Microsoft Access. And if you don't have Microsoft Access, you need to get Microsoft Office Suite installed. And it comes with its packages, which include the Microsoft Excel, the Microsoft Office Word, Microsoft Word Processor, and the Microsoft Access. So you just need to head straight to your you see that currently this is what we are looking at, and you don't need to waste time. You need to get straight to this particular button, and you head straight to your Windows here, as you can see. So you just need to type here let's say so. Okay, so let's get to it. Now here we are. You just need to move straight to this particular area, as you can see. Then head here. Then you look for Microsoft Access. Now this is Microsoft Access 2016. Remember, this tutorial is basically on Microsoft Access 2016, and it works for all other versions, though some features may be slightly different. Now here we are. I just want to show you something. This database we are going to build is going to be a database, desktop database. If you want to build a database that will be on the web, you will need to use a custom web app. But here we are going to build a database on the desktop. So you click on desktop database. Now here we are going to enter your database name. So I want to create, let's say, inventory. This database basically to be used for inventory. So you need to select your location. So, okay, good. So now you need to select the location you want to save. So I want to save it on the desktop. Now you head straight to OK. Then you click on create. Now when the database Microsoft Access is opened, you will by all means see all these features, and you can see create, you can see external data, then you can see database tools. We shall be looking at all this, and today's tutorial is basically going to be about database. So here we are, just as you can see our applications loading. So we want to create a database, and basically to create a database, you first of all need to do what? You will need to have tables, and you will need to have forms as well. So here you basically need to get your tables ready. And how do you get tables? First of all, you need to go straight to this place. You can see create here. So you click on create. So this create here, you will need to head here straight. And then when you click on create, let's see what will happen. Create. So okay, so when you click on create, what will be there? Let's see next. Now here we have home, we have database, tools, and other stuff. So we want to create tables. We want to basically create tables. So what we'll do is that you will have to, what are we looking for? Okay, so here we are. You need to go back to home, and when you go to home, double click on create. Now here we are on create. We have application files, we have table design, SharePoint, and all that. We just head straight to table design and double click there. So we want to go straight to start our table. Now, what information do you want to collate? First of all, by all means, if it is going to be an inventory database, you will need to first of all have some information like, let's say, user ID. So, or let's say probably, okay, so we are going to enter user ID here. All right, so here, this particular field is data for user ID. So this is where this particular aspect, we want the user ID to be in a form of just numbers. So, and this one, we want to use it as the primary key. As you know, that one, you cannot enter any information there. Now, the next thing is that if it is an inventory database, probably at your shop, you want to, as customer comes to buy items, you want to be taking basically an information, maybe the items that have been purchased at a particular time, the cost, the item name, and all that. That is what you want to be taken. Now, first of all, we want to put customer name. And this one should be in text, so short text, of course. And the next one is that we want to take customer. Probably you want customer to have customer phone number. Okay, so here, customer phone number should be in a form of what numbers. So we select number here. Then date. This one has to be in a form of date. So sorry. So here it's going to be in sorry, we are getting some errors here. We need to remove it. So it's going to be what? Entering date. So all right, so here, this one, we want it to be in a form of date. So we need to select dates to time. Now, this entering date is basically when you are taking, maybe today is Monday and probably your customers have come to buy things. So you will need to enter the date there. And this one will basically take the customer date, the day the customer is buying your product without you even entering the date. So the next thing we are going to do is that we want to enter the product name. So product name. So here, product name should be in a form of text. So we are going to pick probably, okay, before product name, maybe you would like to pick customer email. So let's pick customer email. All right, so that one will be in a form of a hyperlink. So we'll need to select hyperlink and proceed. Okay, so the next thing is that we are now going to pick customer address. Good. This will help you to track the location of the customer. So you will need to look for customer address is going to be in the form of short text. Then we are going to pick product, let's say name. So this one will be a short text. And product what? Let's say product number. Probably you might have numbered your product. So product number. So this one should be a number. And the next one is a product cost. So this one is going to be quantity. So this quantity should be in numbers. So you select numbers. Then we're going to put cost. And we're going to put currency. So this one should be a currency. And the next thing we are going to put is what are days needed. Let's say all right, I think this one is enough. So this is what we want to take from the customer. Okay, so maybe if you want any other information, you can add that later, but this is what we want to take. So here we can see description. This is where your information will come. So we are done with creating the table. So when you are done with creating the table, you just head straight to click on this. It asks you, do you want to save changes to the design table? And you click yes. So now you put the name. You are going to put customer database. So customer database. Now, because we already have a customer here, so let's put customer name rather. Okay, so this will help us. Now, as usual, database, it doesn't need completed informations. So if your information are completed, you will not be able to then the software will not install that. So it's supposed to be customer email rather. Customer email. Okay. Customer email address. Okay, so here instead of customer, we can just make a customer name. So add name here. Good. So now we can go ahead to hit this. If you say you want to save, we save. Then we'll hit straight. Our table has been saved, and you can see here customer database. Okay. Now, one thing we need to know is that, as you can see here, is what we now look at this. This is the table. This one, that is the customer database. We are done with the table. Okay, so the next thing is that we are now going to see. Now, basically, one thing we should know is that for database creation is one of the special things to always consider. Now that we are done with this, what is our next point of action? The next point of action is we will need to get a form that when the client comes, you enter the client's name there. This is only just a database. This is just a table. So now hit straight to create. Then when you go to create, now the next thing you are going to do is that here we have so many informations here. We have query wizard, query design, form design, blank form, and other stuff. Now to make our work easy, this database table here is going to have a form that will carry the same information as is in the table. So we just need to hit straight to, let's say, to form wizard. Now when you look here, you can see form wizard here. Hit this straight. Now when you hit on form wizard, it will tell you that you want to create a table and create a new layer. Yeah, so the thing we are going to do now is that I hit this. Now, we will not create a new table. So what we'll do is that we just hit straight and then go. So what is now our next step? Good. This is our form. I just want to open for you to see. So when your information comes, you're going to have the username, and that one is automatically going to be entered. It is primary key. Then we also have the customer. Here you can enlarge the cells. It doesn't matter how they look. Just like the way you can enlarge Excel, you can see the name here. Before we go ahead to create the tables. All right, so here we have the number, the date, and whatever. Okay, maybe you may also want to add another field. So let's proceed. I want us to go to add another field like probably this is in maybe somehow we can change it so that it won't be like it should be in US dollars. Okay, so that aspect you can just put something like, so let's go to design view. You right click and go to design view so you can edit that form. Now in design view, we don't want the currency to only be limited to Ghana cedis, to US dollars. So what we'll do is that we go to the cost of the product, and this is what we'll do. Here, we can just pick something like, we can just pick what? All right, so it doesn't matter. We can leave it like this. And when we get there, we only need to put 6. Okay, so what is next? We want to also pick another information like the customer picture. That one we want to add it here. So you click insert cell or row. So proceed straight. What we are going to do is the customer Okay. All right, so this one is going to be an attachment. Okay, so we select attachment. Now we are going to try closing this and save changes. Okay, so the next thing is that we are now going to create our table wizard here. And do you want to save the table one and create a new object? That is the question. So we will need to move this table one here somehow. Now we can see that that is what we want to use to create table one. So we go to form design. Now form design here, it means we are going to design a new form all over. I just want you to see some few properties of the Microsoft assets. So we want to close this. We don't want to waste time and be creating new form again. No. So what we need to do is that we just need to go to create. Then in the create, we can see the form wizard. Now here we probably may want to do some simple thing here. Say what customer. So hit OK. Okay, so let's allow it to load. It said we should open, so we want to open where it is. Good. So you can see that we have customer ID holding appearing here, but that is not what we want. We want to create this form for the whole of the customer database. So we select customer database, and you can see that the information that we entered there are equally here. Now, this particular option, if you click this, it means you are only picking a user ID to create the form for it. But we want to pick all the information and create a form for it. So we click on this, and then you can see that all those information have been transferred to this particular area. So let's go to next. Then here we are going to pick columnar or the tabular data C justified. So we are going to pick columnar. So we hit next. Now here we are just going straight because look at the information. What title do you want for your form? The title one for the form is customer database. However, if you want, you can also pick customer database form. But let's proceed to finish it up. Now, when you click on the finish, it's going to take some few seconds to load and bring your form to life. Now, when your form appears, you can see that the same information we have. You can see we have user, custom, and a whole lot. This form can be edited. What you just need to do that. Click here, then you go to design view and see how this is how the form looks like. And you can do a whole lot of modification here. You can do a lot of formatting and a whole lot. Now, just head straight. You can enlarge this one. Let me enlarge it. You can see that this one you can equally enlarge it. Enlarge that. Now, you just want to make sure that all the words are seen clearly so that your data entry will be easy. Okay, so here we can't just edit everything appropriately. So let's enlarge this and see what we can do next. So the next thing is that you just need to click here. What we need to do is that we need to do something, and that's something we need to pick everything here. As you can see, click and move. Now we want to do editing to all this information just at once. Now you head straight to format. Then when you go to format here, we want to change the text. What color do you want the text to be? So if it is this, you select that. If it is dark, you want to, let's say we pick this. So that all depends on you. We also want to make it bold. Then we want to increase the font size to 12. So we pick 12. Now what is next again? The next thing is that we want to change the background of where the text are. So we will need to pick white. Then the next thing is that maybe somehow we also want to change the border style. So we can pick any border style transparent, or maybe we want solid, we pick that. Now we also want to change the background style to transparent. So you can see that if you want normal too, we can pick normal. You can see that all those areas that needs information has been captured transparent or normal. So here we are. And the next thing is that we come back here and then now justifies our table. You can see the customer here, the word is not clearly open. So you just need to enlarge that. Now you can click and drag and send to wherever you want the information to be. So that is how the data is going to be like. Now, the next thing is that we will need to make sure that every information here is well aligned. Okay, so drag it, customer ID here. So this one, we want to make sure that it is okay. So this is how the picture size we want to be like, just in a sample form. Okay, remember that this information or this database is going to be a well-organized one. So you need someone who should be entering this data and not the sale lady who is over there moving up and down with their sale mail or whatever. But you just need to make sure that everything is well organized. Good. So what do we need to do now? Let's reduce this as well. Okay. Good. Now I want to move this small. Let me move it up small. Okay. So now, okay. Okay. All right. So this way, I think it's clear. Let's see. We will need to also reduce this to a normal size. Okay. Good. This one, we need to bring it down. That is the picture fill aspect. So we just need to make sure that things are in order, aligned properly. Okay, so now let's try to extend this so that the information can be. You need to put it over there. Good. Okay. Now what do you need to do again? We will also need to come down here. You can see that this particular field is not. But before that, let's reduce this size. Good. Now let's pick this up from here and bring it here. You can see that everything can be manipulated perfectly. Okay, so now what do we need to do again? You just need to make sure that your informations are well organized so that when people come and you enter their information, you won't go to print the report and it's not clear. Okay, so now let's move this up. All right, so okay, put it this way, put it that way. Okay, put it that. All right, so let's also pick this up. This we want to put it somewhere here. Okay, so okay, so I just want to make sure that our informations are well organized. Okay. What is next? Let's see here. Customer phone. Let's pick it up from there. We can put it here. Put it there. Okay, so we are just to make sure that every information here is well organized. Okay. Now, what is next? Phone number. Let's see. Okay, so this one should be. Okay, so good. So this one too, we want to make the background styling to be transparent, normal. You can see that the font size bold. Sure. Good. Okay, so here we are. And what is next again? I think that This one you can do something to it. Okay, so you can see that all these editings, you can just do a whole lot of things. Let's go. We want the header to be nice. Okay, so we just want to make sure that the header is nice. So you highlight that, pick it up from there. Okay, now here, what color do you want to leave the header with? I want to pick green. Green will be transparent. So the backstyling to want to pick normal. Then fill, maybe we need to pick a particular color. Let's say this color. Okay, so we'll need to change the text to maybe the green is not clear. So let's pick a color that it will be transparent for the customer to see. Okay, so the next thing, I want to bold this. Then we still want to drag this to fill the space. So it means we need to increase the font size of this and go straight to put there. Now you can see that our information now is clear. So we want to, but you know, this place is empty. So we need to probably still put something there. So let's say, I want to drag it to fill. Good. Now we have our thing complete. So the next thing is that maybe probably you need some buttons to put over there. So the next thing is that we want to make sure that this form, when the customer comes and you do something, you should operate. So the next thing that we are going to add some buttons. Okay, so you head straight to design view, then you select this. This is button. Okay, so you come to where you want to insert a button, put it there. So this aspect of we want to insert save. So you can see that an option has come. So you go to record operations and you pick save record. So you click there. Then how do you want it to appear? You want to appear as a text. You head straight, click OK. Now you can see that save button has appeared here. You can click on it and make so many changes. So you go straight to format. And at the formatting, we tell you color you want. Oh, this one, let's be black. So maybe probably. Okay, so now the background we are going to pick white. Then let's say the border to want to change the border color to let's say the border color to something like yellow. Then the border say the border weight we are going to pick 3. Now you can see that. Now let's change the font size to 12. Now you can see that our thing is okay. So now what it means is that when you enter your information and you click save, your information will be saved automatically. The next thing is that maybe after you have entered your information, you don't want to save, you rather want to delete. So we are going to add another button here that will mean delete. So we are going to click on design, go to buttons, then we insert our delete view here, button here. So now record operation, we are going to click on delete, and you can see delete over here. Hit next, hit test, then hit finish. Now when you have this, we will need to drag and make sure it is aligned with the other one. So which color do you want? You know, delete means something danger. So we'll need to pick the text to be red. So we're going to select right here and proceed. Okay, so let's increase, make it bold. In the background, let's pick white. Okay, so the border width, just as we did the other one, you just need to create a border. So let's say border width should be 3, and okay, this one let's pick 4. And then the next thing is that we want to make the font size a little bit bigger so that you can be able to see. Oh, okay, delete. But I want the record to still be seen so that you know what you are deleting. So let's drag this small. We want to increase the size so that all the information there. You can see delete record. Now we are done with deleting record. Now when your information are entered into the database or the form, you need to either save the record or you want to delete. Now, but the other thing is that maybe probably you want when your record are gathered, you prepare, or let's say prepare and probably print out your report. So we need to add another button. So, but before add a button, we need to drag this so that there can be enough space for us to put that. Now, the next thing we are going to do is to add so many buttons. As you can see, we want to add something like print. So we add button, come over here and add something like print button, go straight to operation aspect, print record, hit, go to test, finish, then you proceed. Now you can see finish print button, print record. So this print record, we are going to change it to report. We want to print it as a report form. So now you go straight to edit this. You can see. So we want to also make this test. Maybe we want to change the test to. Now here are the properties. Maybe somehow, if you don't want that, you can still go to format the same. So the text will put green, deep green, and you go to the border, pick 3. It doesn't mean you always add border. Okay, I like adding border because I always want to see a difference between the border color and that of the back. So the next thing that we are going to make sure that that aspect of the border color probably is what do we pick? Let's pick white. Okay. Now the field, what should we pick? We are going to pick something like let's say a color like this. Okay. Then we hit wood, go to increase font size to 12. Okay. So now we can drag this to make sure all the text appear. Wow. We are finished with the report. Now the next thing that we are going to add another button. That would mean that maybe somehow you need to probably preview your report before printing. So we are going to add a preview button here. The next thing that we head straight to preview. Okay, so where is here? Prison. Then you look for preview. Preview is not there. You go to form preview. There's no preview here. Report. Okay. Report here. Preview. Okay. Now here, go to the next. You must select an object to. Let's go back. Okay. So what do we need? Let's pick something like. Okay, good. So here, port preview, port preview. Okay, but before we go to report preview, we need to do something. We want to go to, let's say, good. We can add previous record. You want to see previous record, okay? And we can add that aspect of the record. So what we would need to do is to go to first record, then you hit next, then you select the text, then you can edit this text and say what previous. So we want to change it to previous. So okay, and when you are done, hit less, finish. That is it. Okay. Okay, so just as we were saying, now here we are. You can still have to do something. We have added save records, delay records, previous, then print report. Okay, so this is our information. But what can we do again? Maybe somehow we want to still add more options. Something like let's say maybe something like you want to make sure that as the customer submit the information, you should have another aspect like, let's say, maybe you are done and you want to exit. You want to also close. You need to go close the form. So we need to add something like close. But before we add close form, it means we'll need to pick all the information and move them somewhere so that there can be space for us to put that particular option. Okay, so let's say I want to put the save here so that you can see it. The moment you enter your information, you can see the save. So the next one is, let's bring delete here. Good. This is what I want. Let's bring print. Wow, I like this alignment. Okay. The next thing is you can send the previous on there. Now we are going to add another button, and this button is purposely to close the form. So you add something here. Okay, so this time around, the close button, we will need to put something like okay, so we select close here. You can see this time around, this one we want it to be in the form of this stop, which we have been seeing in most of the applications. So you can see that here we just need to put it over there. Okay, so close button is over there. Now the next thing that we want to put the border to be red. No, close also means something danger. So we just want to select the border color as red. Okay, so now the next thing we are going to do is we want to make sure that everything over there is well done. Good, we are done with our close button. It means when you hit on this, the form is to be closed. So since we have previous, it means we should have next. So we need to add another button, and that is going to be next. So here we are going to select, go to next record. Okay, so we hit straight, then we select next record, hit save. Now we have next record. So we just want to leave this button by that, and you are ready to go. Wow. So let's now run this form and see how it looks like. Try to close, and we'll ask you to save, and you save the form. Let's double click on it to open. So this is how our form is going to be like. It means that you can see that some of the information will need to still enlarge the cells properly before you can be able to operate. So we go to hit on this, go to design view, then you come to enlarge all those cells that are being merged. So the next thing we're going to do is that let's make sure that all other areas are appropriately done. Now, let's enlarge this. All these ones you can do them, but I just want to make sure that everything is done for us. Good. So let's enlarge this. Enlarge it. Enlarge it. Enlarge it. Okay. I feel lazy to organize this information, but since you are seeing the format, I know you can do that. Okay. So here, let's enlarge this. Okay. Perfect. Now what is next? Let's see this. This one is also hanging somewhere. We will bring it here. Like it. Okay. Good. Oh, let's enlarge this more. What is next? This one we enlarge it. Okay. Don't worry, we shall finish soon. This one too, we need to do something to it. So let's bring it here. Okay, so take this and bring it to. Don't worry, however they are going to organize, we'll finish it up. Okay, so here we are. You can reduce the size of it. Let's drag it here closer to this. Okay, so this one, we need to move it a little bit up. move this one a little bit. Wow. Now we have this information, but you can see that these ones are also still matched. So we'll need to do something to it. Okay. So that is why I'm now let to see that we have to enlarge the form. So here, okay. Wow, this one is too big. Let's reduce the size. Good. So let's align this as well. Okay, so you can see that now all our information below this. Customer ID. Okay, so in fact, our data form is almost ready. Okay, so customer name. Wow, so as you can see, our form is now ready. But there was something we will need to do here. I wanted to make sure that there's border for all this information here. I wanted to create a border so that you can. So we need to create a border for all this information. So we need to pick everything here and create a border for it. So we want to create a border. So here we go straight to border with border width. Where's border width? Okay, here. Border width. Oh, okay. So this information we are. So let's now see how the form will look like. Okay, how the form will look like. All right. So now the next thing we are going to do is to okay, so let's load this form. Let's load it. Save. Yes. So the next thing is that our form is now ready. Let's click OK. Wow, you can see that the form is ready now. Okay. Now we are going to see how we're going to enter this. Wow. 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 But what is still left? Okay, so we want to start entering our information. Let's try to fill the form. Customer name. So okay, before we do another thing, I want to add, maybe you want to add your business logo. So let's come here. Then you can see there's something like that logo here. It goes straight. to upload your logo. So here, do I have any logo? Let me see if I can get a logo here. Okay, so I can just pick my logo here and put, okay, over there. Good. You can see the logo is over there. So I can increase the logo size the way I want. Okay. Can do the way I want. Give the length of the logo. Increase it. Yes, so my logo is ready. Now the next thing we want to do, we probably maybe want to add some probably a background. So maybe this background, this time around, I want to add a background. So let's see how we can add a background to this. Maybe we call that picture background, or let's say background of the database. So we'll go to format, go to background, then you browse. Now here you select any background, maybe probably your product, but you can see that here we don't have any. So I will just have to close this and try to go to my browser. I want to get a picture. So a picture that will depict what the database is used for. So I need to come here, go to my browser. Where's my browser? Chrome. 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 Okay. So we will need to download. Maybe I want to say that probably your database is going to be about selling of. It's a store where you have all the necessary informations, all the necessary products in your store. So you will by all means need to do something. So okay, so here, where is my brother? My brother is here. So we will need to download a feature to be able to. So I will just download something like stop. Stop. So it's going to be an image. All right, so here we have different kind of stores. This is amazing. Supermarket, good. So this thing is going to be a supermarket. So we want to download this. Download. You want to download supermarket. But besides, apart from you downloading, if you already have your maybe features of your store, you don't need to go and download anything. You just need to download to snap it and put it there. But so we are going to save this image. Okay, so good. We are going to save this image. Save this image. Where are we putting it? Okay, so let me put it somewhere here. So just save it there. All right, so my image is ready. Now let's go back to our database. Now here we are. We want to put our background. So browse, go to desktop. Now let's look for the image we downloaded. Good. This is the image. Put it there. But you can see that the image size is too small. So what can we do to it? We will need to do something. We will need to do something. Okay. So now, but sometimes if the image is too big like that, it's going to have an effect on your database. So, but you can see that there is an image at the background there. So if you think that the image is too small, you will need to enlarge it. That is just what you need to do. Okay. So here, there are a whole lot you can do. There are a whole lot you can do here. So, but without wasting my time, I just want us to save this information. Therefore, you to offset something. So we are going to save it. Wow. So now let's open. That's the image at the back. Okay. This is your form. But the form too, we want to change. I don't like the background. Okay, so let's do something to the background. Then the form background, we will need to do something to it. We need to do something to it. Okay, don't worry, I'm just trying to highlight the whole of this. The database is so much. All right, so I think so let's now change the background. Okay, I think this is our image. So because we have cover image, we cannot change the background unless we remove the image. I see that we will need to remove the image before we can edit it. Okay, so just leave it as it is. I think for where we have gotten to, you have an idea on how to create a database. So we just go straight to close this. All right. So we now want to see how best you can fill this and what will be next. So we want to enter customer name. Customer name is Joseph. Now we want to enter customer picture. So it's there, add image. Then okay, where can I get an image? So I'll just put this. Don't mind me. Okay. Hit okay. Now product name, we enter product name there. Let's say pineapple. Or let's say malt. And what is next? Maybe you need to enter email address, and that is going to be so customer address, PO box, and product number. Product number. Let's see. Oh, because I'm adding number and I'm adding. Remember, we use number, so we cannot do it. So we will need to put number. So here we are going to put the 6. Here, so that you can change that. Okay. Now, so what are we going to do next? The next thing we are going to do is, I think all this information here, at least if we display, you can see something. So date of entry. So let's go to date. But here, you don't even need it. Okay. You should see that. When we try to enter, they say we can't enter because that one will come automatically. Okay, so customer phone number. Okay. So customer phone number. So 0555. That is the customer phone number. Now, what do we need to do? Okay, but I just wanted to enter something. So we are done. Let's see whether this information, these buttons here operate. So what is save record? Save. Your record is safe. You may see how. Let's try to print this report. You can see the printer information here. So you can do your settings here and all that. So we don't want to print. Let's also see, but we don't want to delete. So I would like us to go to the database and see the information. Wow, you can see the information here. See my name, the phone number, date of entry, and a whole lot, customer address, product name, and all that are necessary. Okay, so that is just the database we have simply created. Okay, now the next thing is that maybe within database you want to add report column. So you need to hit straight to create, then you need to create a column wizard, report wizard. So you import all this, okay, on that. Yes. Then finish. So we will have a preview of how the report is going to look like. Okay, so look at that. Look at that. Wow. So that is just a simple report. We just try to, I just wanted to have a preview of how it's going to be. That is just a customer database. Okay, so now we have added our report. So let's now head straight to save it. So you can see it here. Maybe the report is, you only want to print the ID. So that is why you have something. Okay, so we are done with our data description. I am going to put in the description, just look below the video and you see the video description. I will leave some links for you to download some of my database templates. I've created a lot of database, school management system, fees payment system, and church management system, and inventory manager, and all other database. It will really help you. Some I use Excel, some I use the Access. So, but just try to tap on the arrow pointing down, and you see the video description, then all those links. You just try to click on them and download my database. They will really help you. However, some of them are not free, so you need to make them before you can be able to use them. Now, do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video. Share it with your friends. That will help them to be able to build business organizations, store owners, database management system, and other stuff. Now, you see that there is a print option. And those of you who have been to supermarket before, you will see that when you go to buy, they will print the receipt for you. You can do all those stuff here by just adding the print button here. So when the person buys the item, you can just print the receipt and give it to the person. with the person details, the product, and whatever that the person has purchased. So that is basically how. And you can also see that sometimes the paper size is always small. That one is just for you to connect that kind of machine that prints those smaller size. You set those papers, and that is all. So when you buy, they only update. So probably I just want to conclude this video by telling you how you can update. You will need to go again to the form, then select preview. We will need to add an aspect like update so that you can see how that is done. So here we head straight to the, so we want to add like update. So it's right here. So you look for the update, okay? So let's see, we want to add more so that you can see how that is done, okay? Okay, so let's see, we are looking for update, save and do, add new record. So you need to click on that. And then you change the title to update. So you can say update form. So if we do this, we are going straight to hit this. And you can see the update record is here. So usually that is how they do their information. Okay. So now I can just place it here or anywhere. Okay. And that is all. It is not really anything that we need to stress ourselves on. Our database is ready, and that is all on this. Now, when you open it back, you will realize that the aspect of the update is here. And when you enter your information, you update. Now, this information I have here, let's try to operate with the delete option as we have. It's going to be like, when you click on delete, your information, they'll ask you, you really want to delete this record? Yes, I want to delete. Now you can see that all the records that are entered here are all gone. So they are no more operating. So that is how database is being created. Thank you very much for observing or watching this video. Take care and stay bullish. All the best.